First up is Sam. All right. Um, it's got a nice look to it. I think the lighting on the head is a bit too hot. Where you're going to 100% white on parts here. And yeah, we should take a peek and see if we can figure out what's going on with the collar. This kind of procedural leather texture on the shoes looks really weird too. You might, I'm guessing that's that procedural leather thing. We can take a look at that also. Concerning the color, I'm going to try a couple things. Let's go into the hyper shade. Clear this out. I'm going to shift select that and go to the rendering menu. I think under texturing. No, maybe it's under. Sorry, under the edit menu here. Let's do convert to file texture instead of a procedural texture. I'll just do bigger resolution there. JPEG. So it's going to take that procedural texture and turn it into file texture. And let's see if that looks the same. Sure is darker. Well, you could always go into that JPEG and brighten it up if it's too dark for you. So let's see. The other thing I might try is changing this to a standard Arnold surface. And just got to reattach this color. And now let's try to test render it. I'm going to do a snapshot of the whoops, did the wrong thing. I'm going to try to stop that by hitting escape. I meant to do a snapshot. Let's do render snapshot camera 1. Okay. Then I'll just select the region around his collar and just render that. Okay. And let's keep image. And then let's go forward a frame and render that region again. Keep image. I don't know why it's not finishing the render, but forward a frame, render that region, and then keep image, and then I can kind of slide it here. Yeah, and I can tell if you look at the color, I'm not getting that jumping around. So probably the convert material to file texture did it more than the it might just, Arnold might just have a hard time with that procedural texture. There's also the issue of the really bright light on the top of his head. I'm just going into lit mode and let me see what the lights are here. So Yeah, I'm guessing it might just be this one. Just go down by half here. And go to render preview. Just gonna grab that top of that head there and render that a little bit. Yeah, that's already looks a lot better to me. Let me keep that and compare that to the 200. And render region again. Yeah. So tone down that top light some, and I think the whole thing will look better. But overall, you got a nice look. I think it looks pretty good. Okay. Yeah, it sure is super grainy. Other than that, I think the lighting looks okay. I particularly like the highlights on his eyeballs. I think that looks good, especially here in close-up. So let's see if we can figure that out. And it seems to be kind of across everything. So I'm just at this frame. I'm gonna do a snapshot of this, and let's just do a little bit on his forehead so we can see what's going on there. It is indeed very grainy, so I'm just going to keep image, and let's look at your render settings. And so let's take this down to 2 and take diffuse up to, let's say, 6, and try that. I ran into a little glitch, and I did optimize scene size, and it seemed to fix that. So that doesn't seem much better, does it? Wonder if it's something to do with the bump map on that or something, but let's go even higher than that. That seems really high though. Not seeing any difference. Keep that. Compare that with 2, say. Yeah, there's no difference in those. Something's not right. I'm going to put this back to default settings. See what we get. I'm going to up the diffuse. Now let's keep this one. Huh. Let me just check the object material on that. It's a Lambert. Let's change this to a AI standard. Actually, hold on. I think we lost the color there. Clear this out. Map that. Okay, I'm going to change it now. Well, I've got all that open. So yeah, let's put this into the color. of that, and let's see if it renders out any differently as an AI standard surface. Not much. So there's some kind of no bump map. Crazy. Fong. I know it doesn't like Fongs. There was the whole thing about doing the... Oh, let me do that again with the same way we did before. Here's the color. See if that makes any difference. Nope. Just gonna go kind of crazy here. Go really high, see if we see any difference at all. Certainly is taking longer to render. I have a feeling that maybe it's the lights, because we've tried the surfaces and we've tried the render settings, and it makes me feel like maybe there's something going on with the lights here. So I'm just going to take out all of them and create like a Arnold area light, and then this is just a way of kind of seeing if that's what the problem is. It's probably too dark, but let's render the region again. Okay, that's too dark. Okay, it's got to have something to do with your lights, because clearly, very quickly, stuff's acting more normally now. So what I would say is to solve that, just replace your lights with Arnold, lights from this Arnold menu. And I think very quickly we'll see. So let's keep that. And then let's try upping the diffuse, for example, here. See if you can see the difference. Not really. But it's already a lot better from what you had, so you could keep playing with these. But I think that you've got to redo the lights and use the Arnold lights, or just change your, if you can change the lights. I don't think you can. So yeah, that would be my solution.